What's good? Welcome back, innit? If you don't know who I am, my name's Maya, and the purpose of my channel was to basically document and share my experiences with domestic violence, but that chapter of my life is over. Basically, like, that chapter of my life is done. I don't need to talk about it no more. If you want to know what the hell that is all about, then I have plenty of videos that go into detail about that. I did film a few videos. I had court on the 12th of October. I went to trial. I did film a couple of videos before that. I filmed a video the day before that. I filmed a video like a week after that. I did, but I didn't post them because I just felt like I weren't being true to myself, and if I'm not being true to myself, how can you expect me to be true to you? So I didn't post them because I just felt like I looked good, I felt good, and it just weren't real enough for me because, you know, I'd rather come to you like this in all my glory and talk to you because I feel like I actually need to talk to you, and actually put something out that is actually going to help somebody and not just be me trying to fill a spot on my channel. The way my channel's moving now, it's gonna move, my accent's a bit mad. So if I sound a bit crazy when I say certain things, I apologize, and this camera angle is atrocious, but we moved because I couldn't be asked to sort it out, to be honest with you. So the direction that my channel is going to be going into now is basically lessons that I've learned, and that can be either lessons I've learned over the past couple months or things that I've done in the past that I've now evaluated and said, you know what, Myers, you were wrong for that still. Like, that was out of pocket, shouldn't have done that. Like, naughty, do you know what I mean? But what I want to talk to you about right now is self-evaluation. And I'm gonna put it blank. It's late and I'm tired, so I'm sorry for all the typos in my vocabulary right now. Self-evaluation is a serious power to have. Not everybody has the power to self-evaluate themselves. People expect other people to tell them when they are wrong, and not being funny, but in some circumstances you really do need to take a plank out your eye and look in the mirror and say, you know what, I was out of pocket, or you know what, I was wrong, or you know what, I'm an enabler, or you know what, I allowed that to happen, so why am I vexed? Like, put it like this: if you're going to be in a situation with someone, whether it's a friendship, relationship, situationship, football relationship, like, I don't know what situations anybody's in these days, there's a lot out there, but if someone is doing you wrong or treating you wrong, and you go back over and over again, and they continue to treat you wrong, it's time to stop blaming them. You can't change anyone. You cannot shape anyone to how you want them to be. You just can't. You know, I tried for 2.5 years, and I'm not going to get into detail about that. But it was definitely a lesson learned that you cannot change anyone. You cannot speed up the process of someone else's healing, or you cannot speed up the process of someone else recognizing their flaws or their faults or their temperaments, or, you know. But the one thing you should never have to do is remind someone how you want to be treated. If they're just incapable of treating you with the respect and the dignity that you deserve, they've got to go. Like I said, football relationship, situationship, partnership, relationship, friendship, don't matter what kind of ship it is. Yo, it either sinks or it sails, and it don't matter what ship it is, it sinks or it sails. And us as women, and I say us as women because I think we do it probably a bit more than men do, and that isn't to be sexist, so no feminist try to call me out for that, or no mananist, whatever you want to call yourself, don't call me out for that, but us women tend to do it more often. And the reason why it would probably get frowned on that I've said that is because not a lot of women come forward about it, but we would rather have something rather than nothing. So we will stay in a situation or stick with something because it is something. I'd rather have something than have nothing. I don't know how to be alone, and sometimes being alone is the upgrade from having something that is not going to fit our purpose, or something that is going to outgrow us in a short amount of time, or something that we're going to outgrow in a certain amount of time. It's better to just be by ourselves, have that space to grow, flourish, prosper, gain our skills, strengthen our spirits, strengthen our minds, our souls, our bodies, and just strengthen ourselves so that we can withstand the storms that are going to come our way, instead of having someone there that we are going to trust to anchor us during the tough times, and they just end up leaving us. Yeah, something is not better than nothing. Sometimes nothing is better than something. We have to understand that we need to get to a point in life where we stop pointing the finger, point blank. We have to look at ourselves and say, if I didn't open the door, this person wouldn't have came in. If I had just taken time to observe them and evaluate them a little bit more, I could have known what category they needed to be in my life, whether it was a friend I could keep around me or a friend I had from a distance, whether it's a friend that I just, you know, met out with in public places, or a friend that I can bring into my sacred space, my home, my place of rest. Yeah, we have to really learn to differentiate what kind of friends or partners that we do keep around us and what category they fit into. So if you open the door to a toxic person, what are you going to expect to happen? If you open the door to an abusive person, what are you going to expect to happen? If you open the door to somebody who is emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially stable, what are you going to expect to happen? If you get yourself involved with someone who is not stable in them categories or not stable holding their position, what are you going to expect to happen? We have to take some responsibility for the choices that we make and for the people that we have around us. I've sat there plenty of times and questioned why someone has treated me a certain way and why this has happened and why that's happened. Well, Maya, if you had just sat and listened to your damn self for a change and not been so caught up with the idea of just having something, then maybe you'd be all right now. Do you understand? Fair enough, in some situations you can't say that. Yeah, this camera angle is really pissing me off, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can't be asked. Some situations that can't be excused in, especially domestic violence situations, someone treating you wrong and you going back and going back and going back cannot be excused, only because, one, I've been there and I understand how hard it is to get out of an abusive relationship and someone has rewired your brain to think certain things, or you feel plastic, you feel fake, you don't even feel like you exist, because it's just like this person is basically dictating to you how to feel, what to say, what to do, where to go, what to wear. Do you know what I mean? How to talk to people, who to talk to. Someone else is there dictating it to you, so you feel like when you lose them, when you're without them, it feels like you can't even function. I get that, I've been there. But when it comes to friendships, when it comes to like them petty relationships that people get into, it's nothing serious, it's, you know, just something that's just started fresh or whatever, and you're seeing the red flags. And I've said it in a previous video, when you see a red flag, it's a red flag. Don't try and make that shit orange because that's what you want to see. When you've got a notion on someone, a premeditated notion on someone, when you've just looked at someone and had an opinion straight off the bat, you will only see what you want to see and you won't see what you need to see. So when you see a red flag, yeah, coming from an amazing guy who's got his shit together, baby, that shit is red. It is blaring. It is more than anything flashing at you. See it for what it is and not what you want it to be. Just because it's stable in all ways doesn't mean it's not going to have a few toxic traits. And something my mum always said to me is, you pick one and you deal with it, or you don't. It's one of them things. You don't pick one and then see the red flag and try and change it. No. Because then you become an enabler. Straight off the bat, you become an enabler. You become someone who's just going to allow someone to dog you out or do you dirty because you've been that person that's going to sit there and say, you know what, babes, I'm going to allow you to hurt me. I'm going to allow you to do that because that's just you and I can't do nothing about it. No, once you saw that, and you probably saw it before you even considered it a relationship. In some situations, it happens before you even consider it a relationship. You have the chance to move. You have the chance to be like, you know what, this ain't for me. And that's why you have to be careful who you bring into your sacred space, because there's some people that you can lock off and they'll turn up at your door the next day. You feel? They'll turn up and not allow you to leave that situation. So it's all about the self-evaluation and making right choices for yourself and not just thinking, might as well because it's there and I haven't had it. There's going to be different parts to this video because I want to be able to get my word out a bit more. I was sat talking to myself and praying as well, you know, about these kind of situations, just asking God to help me evaluate myself and, you know, help me see my own faults and my own wrongs and my own flaws. Asking God to show me them kind of things. And I thought, no, let me make a video about this because someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear that they need to stop pointing the finger and start looking at themselves. You know, be kind to people. Live every day like it should last because you don't know if tomorrow's promised. So if you're going to spend today being a dickhead, then that's more for you, innit? Don't do that. But yeah, that's the first part, I guess. That's the first part. And yes, I didn't go into detail much, but it's just because it was a thought to me. Like, I might as well record what I'm actually saying to myself and it's an affirmation that I had for myself, that I am important. I need to start treating myself like I am important, like I owe myself something, like I owe myself good food in my body, I owe myself a good amount of water, I owe myself good friendships, I owe myself good company, I owe myself just positive attitudes and positive vibes and positive vibrations and energies around me. I deserve that because I am important. It's an affirmation I have for myself. Yes, I'm important because I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm an auntie, but most of all, I am Maya. And that is the one person that I really do have to look after, because if I don't look after Maya, then all them other titles there are not going to be able to cater to. It's like Maya is a full glass of water, and I pour it into each title to ensure that everyone, and for me, I'm able to perform my duties the way I need to, and I'm able to perform in the way that I feel like is efficient enough. I don't care about what anyone else wants to say. As long as I can put it out there, you take what you're given, you give what you get, you understand? But I can't give shit if I ain't got nothing in me. So I have to look after myself. But anyway, that is part 1. And hopefully the next one will look better than this. But we'll get into the next bits that we need to get into. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope someone needed to hear this, and I hope someone has taken something from it. But this is the direction that my channel is going to be taking now. So with that being said, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video.